As of 2021, Germany has a whopping 136 billionaires worth $625 billion. They splurge on luxuries like an $8 million castle and a $100 million super yacht. From private planes to million-dollar Maybachs, let's explore how luxurious life can be when you're a German billionaire. Let's start with the facts. According to Forbes, Germany has the most billionaires of any European country in 2021. They had a record rise in assets of more than $178 billion from the year before. The over $625 billion of wealth they control is not due to luxury goods, but rather the success of the country's low-cost retail chains. The list of Germany's richest people starts with Aldi heirs Beate Heister and Karl Albrecht Jr. The pair has a net worth of $44 billion as of this video. They built their entire supermarket chain based on low prices. The next person on Germany's billionaire list is wealthy for a similar reason. Dieter Schwarz is the owner of discount supermarkets Kaufland and Lidl. His fortune rose from $17.1 billion to a massive $36.9 billion in 2021 as the value of supermarkets rose. Next up are the BMW billionaires. First is Suzanne Klotten, Germany's richest woman with a current net worth of $29 billion. She owns 19.1% of BMW and is the owner and deputy chair of Atlanta AG, a world-class pharmaceutical corporation. Her brother, Stefan Quandt, owns 23.6% of BMW and falls just behind her with $23.2 billion. Germany is also home to the youngest billionaire on the planet. Kevin David Lehman is just 18 and has a $3.6 billion net worth as of this video. He's incredibly private with no social media activity. His fortune comes from his father, Gunther Lehman, who transferred him a stake in German drugstore chain Drogerie Market. You might have noticed that many of Germany's billionaires like to remain invisible. You won't find their faces plastered on magazine covers, but these billionaires do have a significant role in their country. Billionaire families are considered the backbone of the German economy. They create jobs and take care of people. Loyalty to their country is a big part of why they chose to stay there. Though, of course, available entertainment and luxuries play a role, Germany is very international and provides billionaires with lots of arts and culture to enjoy. Because of their many contributions to their country, many German billionaires are actually in favor of being taxed more. However, there are some tax loopholes used by the wealthy. Currently, inheritance tax in the country is 7 to 50% depending on how much is inherited. But there are workarounds to these rules, like transferring assets to a charitable foundation. Billionaires can also transfer significant business assets to a family foundation. It's no wonder that German wealth tends to stay within the bloodline. Staying within the country and privately enjoying their fortunes is a good way for Germany's billionaire families to stay rich. Though when it comes to privacy and discretion, some of Germany's young rich who are inheriting fortunes from their parents are changing the rules. Instagram accounts like Rich Kids of Germany have no problem finding content. Whether they're modest or flashy, Germany's richest people have plenty of luxury real estate options. There are mega mansions galore, like this 28,000 square foot estate in Brandenburg with 13 bedrooms and an outdoor pool, listed for $4.2 million. For something even more uniquely opulent, billionaires here can dabble in the historic castle market. Castles available in the country include this 10-bedroom, 10-bathroom Gothic revival listed for $8.7 million, as well as this $5.2 million 12th century complex with stunning country scenery. However, some areas are home to more exclusive real estate than others, like Berlin. It's not only the capital of Germany, but also one of the country's most attractive international cities. Property prices here are around $26,000 per square meter. This $15.7 million townhouse is one example. It's 7 stories with an elevator, floor-to-ceiling windows, and a rooftop terrace. There's also Frankfurt am Main, one of the most important German metropolises. It has a colorful nightlife, and a strong banking and financial sector attracts entrepreneurs and investors. Historic properties are often found here, like this $13.9 million villa. Built in 1870, it features 4 floors, high ceilings, and terraces. In Hamburg, the sea air paired with a strong economy and international population is appealing to wealthy buyers. It's also an area home to many famous faces. Property can cost over $18,000 per square meter, like this $4.4 million penthouse apartment with spiraling staircases, heated floors, and multiple balconies. For lakeside property, luxury buyers might head to Munich. The Bavarian city has a wide range of culture and beautiful architecture in proximity to the Alps and Italian coast. Prices can go up to about $23,000 per square meter, and homes near water are particularly expensive, like this $3.3 million apartment near the river Isar. However, the most expensive Bavarian location is at Lake Starnberg. A former residence of German nobility, the area and its breathtaking lake views have led to prices of around $29,000 per square meter. This mansion in particular is expected to be the most expensive currently for sale here. Though the price isn't listed, the median price for homes in this area is over $12 million. Last but not least is a German island with tons of personality. The island of Sylt has been a hotspot for Germany's elite since the 1960s. A white sand beach runs the length of its western coast, and it's renowned for its thatched cottages. Houses here are some of the most expensive in Germany, with prices of around $40,000 per square meter. One of the most sought-after areas for the wealthy is the village of Kampen, where you can find vacation homes like this one for $3.3 million. While we're sure stocking up on epic property is a fun billionaire hobby, there's plenty more luxury for Germany's rich to enjoy. We all know German cars are top tier, and Germany's billionaires can afford the very best of the best. Germany is behind companies like BMW, Mercedes-Benz, Audi, and Porsche. Germany's passion for luxury and a wealthy population willing to invest and buy have made the country famous for manufacturing and engineering high-performance luxury vehicles. Some of the most expensive German cars ever made include the $8 million 2004 Maybach Accelero and $6 million 1956 Porsche 550 Spyder. In addition to cars, Germany makes some of the best yachts. Produced by Blohm & Voss in 1990, Lady Mora is one of the coolest yachts ever made at a German shipyard. It sold in 2021 for an incredible $125 million. Of course, Germans don't just build yachts, they also own them. German billionaire Reinhold worth $16 billion as of this video, owns this yacht, the $100 million Vibrant Curiosity. German billionaires also enjoy zipping around on private jets. Munich Airport operates over 13,000 private jet flights per year and is the 11th busiest private airport in Europe. For a private jet charter from Frankfurt to New York, prices via Frankfurt EvoJet start at $68,500 for a one-way trip. Germany's wealthy also get to enjoy high-end shopping. Including one of the most famous shopping streets in Europe, Königsallee is home to stores like Prada, Gucci, Hermes, and Louis Vuitton. Last but not least, the elite really spoil their kids. Rich Kids of Munich is yet another Instagram account that shows off how Germany's wealthiest youth spend their money, from private jet and helicopters to luxury cars, pricey champagne, and the most expensive clothing and accessories money can buy. How much are Germans really spending on luxury? The country's luxury goods market is growing each year by about 5.7%. In 2021, Germans spent over $14 billion on luxury goods. The largest segment was luxury fashion, with over $6 billion in revenue.